Hello BookTube, Sarah here and welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with an announcement video. Today I'm going to be announcing that I am co-hosting another readathon. Super exciting. It's so funny that I was just sitting thinking about this as I was sitting down to record, that when I did my video at the end of December last year about all my challenges that I was participating in this year, that I was like, yeah, I don't tend to do read-alongs, but yet I've co-hosted 3 of them so far this year. The Romance Readers Readathon in February, of course March Mystery Madness last month, and this month we have coming to you the Amish in April Readathon. Elizabeth emailed me and asked whether I would like to co-host this with her, and it sounded like a lot of fun. Now, to be completely honest, full disclosure, I've never read an Amish book. I talk about them a bit because there's a lot of them that are published under the Harlequin Love Inspired banner, and they seem to be quite prevalent lately. I mean, you see them in a lot of things. There's Amish cozy mysteries, there's Amish romances, there's Amish just straight mysteries. And I guess somebody had mentioned, or she had mentioned this on one of her videos, and someone else had commented about, oh, doing the readathon. And she asked me if I would be interested because I guess my name came up in comments, so thank you. And I'm super stoked. So her and I have been emailing back and forth trying to get this all figured out. And of course, I will be leaving a link. It's Elizabeth. I said it was Elizabeth, right? Sorry if I didn't. Elizabeth from the lovely Lizzie Faye Loves Books channel. I adore her. I've been watching her for years and years. And I will leave a link to her announcement video in the description box below. I believe our announcement videos are going up at the same time, so I'll do my best to edit that in after her video goes up so you guys can watch her announcement video as well. So this is only running for a week. It is running from the 20th of April to the 26th of April, which is a Friday through to a Thursday. So it starts on a Friday, ends on a Thursday night. And there are 5 different challenges that we are doing. And feel free to double up on any of these if you want to. If you know, 5 books in a week is a little bit much for you, feel free to double up on these if you need to, or triple up on them even. You know, kudos to you if you can do that. So yeah, so I'm going to go through each of the challenges, and I'm going to tell you what books that I picked personally that I'm going to be reading for the challenge. So we decided to spell out the word Amish using different words, and those different words represent different things. So let's get started. The first one is A is for apple. So, and for this one, we're looking for a book that has some sort of food thing of some kind on the cover. And the book I am going to be reading for this is The Forgotten Recipe by Amy Clipston. As you can see from the cover, she is holding a baked pie, so that is a food item. And this is the first book in the Amish Heirlooms series, and it's going to be narrated on audio by C.S.E. Cooney. This is part of the Audible Romance package, so if you're interested and you have a membership to that, definitely. I think all the books that I'm listening to on audio are available on their Audible Romance package. So if you want to read those as well for Amish in April and we can read them together, please go ahead and check that out. So I'm just going to tell you guys what this book is about. After losing her fiancé in a tragic accident, Veronica Fisher finds solace in the old recipe stored in her mother's hope chest, and in a special visitor who comes to her bake stand to purchase her old-fashioned raspberry pies. So it sounds like it's going to be like a little romance. It sounds really cute, and I'm really looking forward to it. The next one is M is for mystery. I really wanted to put this mystery aspect in here because there are a lot of Amish-type mysteries that I am very excited about reading. So again, any type of Amish mystery. And the one I'm going to be reading is Murder in Plain Sight by Marta Perry. This is book number 1 in the Brotherhood of the Raven series, and it's going to be narrated on audio by Therese Plummer. So it said, did a sweet-faced Amish teenager brutally murder a young woman? To save her career, big city lawyer Jessica Langdon is determined to defend him against the community's bitter and even violent outrage. Yet without an understanding of Amish culture, Jessica must rely on arrogant businessman Trey Morgan, who has ties to the Amish community and believes in the boy's guilt. Jessica has threats coming from all sides: a local fanatic, stirred up in the biased publicity of the case, the dead girl's boyfriend, even from the person she's learned to trust the most, Trey Morgan. But just when Jessica fears she's placed her trust in the wrong man, Trey saves her life, and now they must both reach into the dangerous past to protect everyone's future, including their own. I have had this one on my want-to-read list for so long, and I can't wait to read it. You'll notice, whoa, I almost dropped my tablet. You like that, eh? You'll notice that a lot of these books were ones that I already talked about in my April TBR, so some of these are going to be, you will have heard about the Mari before, but I'm going into a bit more detail in this video. The next one is I is for I Love You, which is essentially read an Amish romance. And I will be reading Amish Promises by Leslie Gould. This is book number 1 in the Neighbors of Lancaster County series, and it's being narrated on audio by Stina Nielsen. When Joel and Shawnee Beck arrive at their new home on Juneberry Lane in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, they're looking for peace. Joel's recently returned from Iraq and is recuperating, and Shani is just happy to have her family back together. They can't imagine any trouble with their Amish neighbors, the Lehmans, but things get off to a rocky start when their son accidentally hurts Simon, one of the Lehman boys. Timothy Lehman, a widower, is the family patriarch and demands the Beck boy work in Simon's place. Tensions escalate, but Shawnee can't help but be drawn to Eve Lehman, Timothy's sister, who runs the household. The two begin to form a strong friendship forged in faith and family, and things seem like they've quieted down until Joel's single and handsome army friend Charlie catches Eve's eye. Suddenly, life for both families becomes more complicated than any of them could have ever imagined. I love the idea that this features an Iraqi war veteran, and it also features the fact of an Amish family and a non-Amish family living literally side by side, and how that dynamic is going to play out. It sounds like it's going to be really, really good. The next one, this is one I didn't know, but kudos to Elizabeth. I believe she's an English teacher, and I feel horrible because I took journalism in college. I majored in English, and I didn't know this word. But S is for Surrey, S-U-R-R-E-Y, and it's another word for buggy. So the horse and buggy that the Amish drive around, I did not know that. You learn something every day. I now have a friend who actually, side note, who gets that word of a day from the Oxford Dictionary. She gets the email. She sends it on to me, and I'm learning so many great new words, and I just love it. That's got nothing to do with this. I just thought I'd mention it. So for this one, I'm reading a book called Plain Pursuit by Alison Stone. This is book number 1 in the Apple Creek series. All of these are starting new series, guys, and I'm so trying not to start new series, but for this read along, I kind of need to, but I'm really hoping I'm going to enjoy all these books and want to continue. So this one says, for this prompt, read a book with a buggy or a horse and buggy kind of idea on the cover. When her brother is killed in a small Amish town, Anna Quinn discovers she's an unwelcome outsider. But the FBI agent investigating the case is right at home, because Eli Miller was born and raised in Apple Creek's Plain community. Eli left his Amish faith behind years ago, but his heart is rooted in the central cold case he can't forget. Or in the local cold case he can't forget, excuse me. A mystery with strange connections to Anna's loss. Desperate to uncover the truth, Anna and Eli are faced with stony silences and secrets that someone wants to keep buried in the past. So it seems to be a very prevalent theme running through the Amish books, where, you know, either an Amish person is killed or a non-Amish person is killed in an Amish area. So, you know, it sounds a little bit similar to the Murder in Plain Sight, but I still think it's going to be really good. And this is a love-inspired suspense. This is a love-inspired suspense novel, so I'm looking forward to this one. And last but not least, a really cute and simple category, and that's H is for hat. This was Elizabeth's idea, and I just think it's adorable. And it's essentially read a book with someone wearing a hat on the cover. The lady in this book looks like she's wearing a bonnet, but it is a hat covering of some kind, so I am going to allow it. And the book I'm reading is The Amish Widow's Secret by Cheryl Williford. This is book number 1 in the Pinecraft series. I told you I'm starting all the series. Widow Sarah Nolt was never expected another marriage proposal. She hardly knows the handsome Amish man who's come to help her barn raising. Besides, they're both still mourning the loss of their spouses. But Moses Fisher needs a caretaker for his daughters, and Sarah needs to escape her father's oppressive rule. They agree to a marriage of convenience, but when Sarah moves to Moses' Amish community in Florida, she can't help falling for the strong, kind widower and his 2 little girls. To create a family, they'll have to come to terms with their pasts, and the secret Sarah is unknowingly carrying. Sounds like a baby to me, but that's fine. Must be from her dead husband, I'm assuming. But yeah, this one kind of sounded really interesting to me, because when I read the back of it and I went, Florida. Like, when I think of an Amish community, of course, the first thing I think of is Pennsylvania Dutch country. But I didn't realize that there were Amish communities all over. So that's going to be really, really interesting. But anyway, guys, so like I said, this read-along is from the 20th to the 26th of April. Of course, I will talk about it more as we get closer to the date, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I do hope you guys are going to join us. Please let me know in the comments below if you're going to join in on this. I would love, love, love that so much. This sounds like a lot of fun. There are so many great Amish books. And I think one of the, like when I was searching Amish books for stuff to read, the one that kept coming up is one by Jodi Picoult. And I think it's called Plain Truth. And I think it's along that same lines of someone is murdered in Amish country and something like that. I was going to read that one, but I couldn't find it on audio, or, you know, these ones were easier for me to get my hands on, but I have now definitely added it to my wish list, and I'm very much eventually looking forward to reading it too. Because this is really something I don't know much about. The Amish faith and things like that. I will be honest, I watched that TV show that was on a while ago, that reality TV show, the one with the kids who were Amish who, like, came into New York or whatever. I can't remember the name of it. But it was a guilty pleasure, and I enjoyed watching it. But I really wish they would have gotten more into the Amish faith, because that's what I'm really interested in learning about. So yeah. So anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below if you're going to join us or what have you, and I will talk to you in my next video. Until then, guys, take care and happy reading. Bye.